Lumos Maxima. Well, you seem a little bit keen, don't you? I wasn't expecting you here for a while. Now, I suppose that because you're familiar with this place, then, well, I know that you don't really want to be hanging around Nocturne Alley for too long. Well, I know I certainly wouldn't want to be. Well, you'll be pleased to hear that I managed to speak with Professor Snape. That's right, and he was kind enough to give me some of the herbs in which I wanted. Now, being a potions master, it wasn't easy to acquire the things which I needed, but sometimes a little bit of persuasion and a push in the right direction never fails to go amiss. So, what I've got with me is a curious potion object, some herbs, and these herbs are freshly acquired. Now, today's magic, unlike last time, we really honed in and focused on together of making you feel some of those good feelings. Now, you remember what that was like. Remember that ear-to-ear sensation that you was getting, and it sort of went throughout the whole of your body. You remember? Well, why don't we try and reacquaint ourselves a little bit with some of that? You know the drill, just keep nice and relaxed. For me, that's all you have to do. I feel like I've perfected this spell and really can work magic on you now to make you feel nice and relaxed with these good sensations that you feel in your head. Okay, well let's do it. Keep it nice and relaxed for me. That's it. You remember that nice feeling. That's great. It was an addictive curse, which was a spell, but it felt like a curse because it worked so well. Let's try the other side. Remember those sounds of nice feelings and allow that magic to really work on you. That's good. Now please don't associate me with this constant thunderstorms that keep happening every time you turn up. I assure you I have nothing to do with that. It just makes Nocturne Alley seem a little bit more creepy than it already is. But like I said, this is the only place in which that I have that I'm able to perform this experimental magic and do certain things without, auras in the way or people trying to find out. Until we perfected these things and became true pioneers in the wisdom world, then I prefer to keep it nice and safe between you and between me. Okay, well, let us try one last time, just to help you feel nice and good, and then we get to those herbs that Professor Snape was kindly able to give to me. Okay, fill you up with good feelings. Remember, like last time, like a Patronus, this will make you feel good. And hopefully you will get those sensations which you felt last time. Well, you certainly look like you're ready for some of these herbs now. Now, if you drink this and it's brewed properly, then it is said that once the witch or wizard has acquired this and drunk it, this potion, then for a period of time your spells will be enhanced and it will kind of be doubled in strength. So it's kind of like a liquid luck. Once it's done properly, you have a certain amount of time to do whatever you want and all your endeavors succeed. So with this brew, if we get the time perfectly with the brewing of this potion, then I'm sure that we could try this out later on and see how we get on, if there's nice sensations, really feeling good throughout the whole of your body there. And that means that this has made me stronger, and in turn you can have some, and you can also do the same. Okay, so let me put that away there. Now, I acquired these items when I was in New York, and these are Muggle items, curious things. Unlike our cauldron, it's slightly different. This is what they call a teapot, and what they do, they put bags in, fill it up with water, which they boil, and then they wait, a bit like what we're going to be doing today, and then they drink out of it when it's cooled down. Ours has to be drunk when it's still quite hot though. So unlike a cauldron, they do it this way. So I thought we'd give the Muggle way a little bit of a try out. So it has a contraption on the top. It did take me some while to try and work that out. But very clever, these Muggles. It's quite well made. So we just put it here. Wingardium Leviosa. Great. Well, that can keep hovering about there. So our Muggle teapot seems pretty ready to me, which is good. All that's missing now is some water, and it has to be hot. That's where a cauldron would come in handy, but I perfected the spell to create hot water, and then we shall put the herbs in. So let's have a look at these herbs that Professor Snape gave me. Now, he said he doesn't use this frequently, and he hasn't got that much of it either, so use it sparingly. But we don't have to worry about someone like Snape now, do we? That's good. this really dark colour to it. Let's open it up. There is an abundance of fragrance with this. So I did ask Professor Snape where this originated from, and he said to me that he acquired this from New York. Now, they have particular herbs over there which do different things and work different types of magic. So that's why you don't see it over here, especially around Nocturne Alley. So this is actually quite rare, but it has the essence of our transatlantic witches and wizards embedded in it. A little bit to the left. Well, that will give us plenty of space now. So another object which these Muggles have used, which I found particularly useful myself for potions and creating different types of potions, is this filter. And what they do, they put it inside and they put it in hot water and leave it before they drink it, which is very handy because that's exactly what we will need for this. So let's get some of these herbs out. It really does smell delightful. It has a really fresh smell to it. If it's not done correctly, then this is just wasted and it has no effect, but used correctly, then we can create more powerful magic together. So let us take some out here. Shall suffice and be more than enough, otherwise we'll have Snape on our tail. And if this is successful, then of course I will acquire a portion of this, and of course I will give some to you, and then we'll give the rest back to the good professor. Okay, so what we need to do is to create our water now. So make sure that this will be activated properly. Aquamenti. Excellent. Well, that seems to have done the trick. And it is of correct temperature as well. So this kind of magic is quite rare, what we'll be performing. So let's put our herbs inside this muggle pot. Now, as you will probably be able to see shortly, is this turn into a nice, warm, rich colour. And once that is complete, and in a short bit of time, then this will be right for consuming. And once you've consumed this particular little brew, then I'll be able to try that magic out on you again, and hopefully really double the experience of that good sensations and those brain spells which we have been working on together. As you can tell, that this really doesn't take long to change at all. So I think that potion looks like it is brewed the appropriate amount of time. I think any longer and then we won't be getting the effect in which we desire. So, Accio cup. Okay, so why don't we give that a try? Okay. So here's to our progress with all our magical endeavors, and to Professor Snape for willingly giving us the herbs in which we acquired. Well, that tastes a lot nicer than I thought it was. There was a general good aroma from that, but this New York stuff, they do it right down there. Reminds me of a tale. A wizard called Newt. Have you heard of him? The one with all those creatures he let loose in New York. Oh, how many years ago was that? An awful long time. Some say it's more legend, but stories pass on from generation to generation. But certainly I'm a great admirer of him. So why not try even more to make sure that this particular brew really does work. Well, I can tell already I feel somewhat different. So why don't we try together this spell again and see if you get those sensations but more enhanced than we started off with beginning our little time together here. Okay. make sure that you're ready to accept these sensations, because I really don't know what this is going to be like, if it's going to work, if it's going to be more enhanced, but certainly it will feel different. Okay, you're ready now. How's that feeling? That's a good sign. I'm so glad that has worked. It feels stronger. It's different. Well, strike me down. By he who should not be named, it has worked. Allow it to happen. Allow it to work. Feel those sensations. They are unexpected. They are fantastic. Feel its strength and how it's manipulating you. It's fascinating. You're doing good. I'm glad you came again today. I must say that I'm extremely envious that you were able to trust me so quickly to create all these new spells. Also very pleased that I can help. One last time. Are you ready? Of course you are. Okay. Seems a little bit more unwielding. This is great. You're doing a great job. Are you feeling those sensations? Allow it to work. Okay, begin to finish. Well, you certainly have experienced something different here today. Well, I can tell that magic has worked on you, and that potion which we acquired has done extremely well. Now you know how to make it, so all you have to do is use a bit of that when you want to create a little bit of extraordinary magic, double the strength, something more powerful, something that will work a little bit more. I'm afraid that the effects I feel like are wearing off already, but at that time in which you want to perfect a certain spell or do something new, then that potion will be perfect. So, thanks to Professor Snape for this. So you could never have too much of a good thing, but as I'm sure you know, that it does drain this out of you a little bit, experiencing the sensations, which of course is fine. It's good, it really is good for you. It does help, like chocolate. It helps, it always helps. Does me anyway. So, why don't we meet again soon to try something new, and you get yourself back. Of course, take care in Nocturne Alley, and hopefully you can get into Diagon Alley pretty quickly and get yourself back home. How did you get here? You took your broomstick. That's great. Well, safe flight on that, and I will be seeing you again in the future, that I'm certain. Okay then.